We missed that back. Anyways, okay, we are making a Christmas tree today. Everybody's been asking how we do this, and it's just a mesh Christmas tree, a tomato cage Christmas tree. And it should look like this when we're done. And then you plug it in, and it sparkles and it's shiny. What we're going to do is, I'm going to tell you everything that we need first. We need 100 strand mini clear lights, or whatever color that you want. I got these for like $2.46 at Walmart. Then you need to have wire cutters, and I don't even know what this is. It's just like really thin wire, like you would do your bread things with. And I got this at Ace Hardware for like $6, but I think you could probably get it cheaper at Walmart. And I prepped a little bit, and I cut a whole bunch, like maybe 2 inches long. I don't know, just long enough to use. And then this really pretty, it's called Deco Mesh Ribbon, and it's 21 inches by 30 feet. And you can use any kind of sheer ribbon if you want to, anything that goes with your decor that you want to do. But I chose this, and it looks really nice. You just want to make sure that it's something you can kind of see through. As you can see here with the tree, when the lights are on, it actually glows and looks really pretty, so it's not like a solid color. And it has this shiny ribbon kind of through it, and it's kind of cool because when you look at it from outside, it looks like the lights are kind of sparkling, like twinkling, when they're just a steady light. So what you do is you get a cage, and this one I borrowed from Booger, and it's kind of in bad shape. So most of them that you get have 4 rings, 1, 2, 3, and then a 4. This one didn't have a 4th one, so I just put duct tape at the top just to make it, because it just attaches better. So the first thing you're going to want to do after you have all of your things is get your lights out and make sure that these lights work. You just plug in real quick, and these work. So what I used is, you just unplug it or untwist it. And with this twisty tie, I actually used for the top here, and then you can just kind of put it on the floor if you need to, and just kind of twist it around, kind of twist it through it, just to kind of keep this together. The only reason why I think the ends would really matter, like you might need them closer together if you have some cool topper you're going to put on, which it really looks nice with the topper. I just haven't gotten all the decorations to put, you can put fun little different things in it. You can put a cool topper on it. But if you do that or find a topper after you finish this, you can always just squeeze them together. You can even tape them. I've seen some people just tape them like with duct tape, so you can do that too. But the wire works just fine for right now.
So you'll put the tomato cage up here. And then you want to get the end of the white strand, the male end of the white strand. And it usually has, it's like a foot. So what you do is you just put all the lights on the inside of the cage, and you just put this underneath of it. So you've got the very first light that you come after the cord. So what I do is I just put the wire through it, and then just kind of twist it together. And I like to use the this part of it as well to help secure it so it doesn't really move. And then you just kind of twist it around. And so then that's where it's at. So then the next thing you do is you're going to go up to the very top here. And this one's kind of an extra long one, but it'll work just fine. So I'm just going to put this down a little so it's easier for me. And dry. So what you do is you secured it at the very bottom. Now you just want to come all the way up to the top. And you don't want this tight. So this is nice and kind of loose. So this was the one thing that I kind of forgot. So I like to get, for this top part, this wire, if you pull and you get a little excited, you pull too hard, it ends up like this. So just be patient with it. So just get a bigger piece, and then you just kind of loop it from the bottom, or from the top, I mean, and we're just gonna kind of put it through, kind of twist it in around here, and then around here. We've got that secured right there. So this strand right here is going from the very bottom all the way to the top. So then what you do is just grab a few of your little strands, and the reason why I put the duct tape right here, most cages do have the 4th one on there. So is you try to keep the lights so they're kind of facing in a little bit, but you just take it, you go through the wire again, and then you just kind of twist it. So you're going to do that on all 3 of these. Well, 4, 1, 2, 3, and then you already did it on the bottom one. Now that we finished that part, I'm going to lift this back up again, up here. So now we're at the bottom. So I'm just going to undo this here. Okay, so now we're at the bottom. And you just want to place it the exact same as you did down there. This looks good, how you want to secure it. So you just do another wire, and you just secure this to the bottom. And we'll pretend that we did that. And then you just go back and you re-secure here and up here. So we've got both of these completely done and secure. Now this one, so down here at the bottom, I'm kind of going up the legs of it, I guess I would say. So just kind of keep this along, give it enough to have a little extra to secure. So you would secure it here and here. So then we're going to come to right here, and we're going to go up. Okay, so we have just secured on the bottom, here, here, and then here. So now we're going to go up. And this is the part where you want to make sure, we don't want to go to the very top again, because if we go to the very top, then there's too many lights up there. So what you do, and I'm just going to put this down to my level, is you get another wire, and just one of these bottom ones right here, you'll just put through that green thing. Okay, so you'll just kind of secure it together. And then you'll just kind of secure it through this one. So both of these are going to kind of be tied together. And then you will secure it to the sides. You just have to make sure that they're secured together so it stays up. And so secure. So now that's nice and secured. Now you want to just put the wire through here again. And the reason why I like the rings that are around here, I made the fake one, obviously I had duct tape right here. But I like to twist this a few times, and then I like to twist it down and around the ring, and then down and around the ring here. And obviously this one's not going to be like the coolest one because it's actually duct tape, but it helps it secure it so that it's not going to go up and down. And the reason why I like to do it on the legs on the bottom too here is because it's not going to move left and right. So then you just finish, you'll just finish securing these ones here and here. So I wanted to give you a better feel of what I do. I usually kind of do like a crisscross thing when it comes to the crossways. So I just kind of twist it here, and then I go up and around, and then I just kind of twist it around here, and then twist it around this way. Okay, so it's nice and secure. It's not going to go up and down. It's not going to go back and forth. It's really nice and secure. This one's a taller one than normal. It's nice, I think, if you want to have, a little bit of dimension, have a nice big one and then some smaller ones, because that one's actually smaller than this one. With the smaller ones, you'll have more excess here. So this one's just kind of hanging out here. This is through. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down, because you want to make sure that this can go underneath and hang out down there so that you can plug it in. When you're not using it, you can just push it back underneath. But so what we'll do here is we'll just attach here, here, and at the bottom again, and then you're completely done with the lights. Now, one thing to know is these lights, you can find some that are in green. Most of them are in green. And then you can find some that are in white. Now, with that sheer material that I have over there, just like the silver, you can see the green through it better. So if you found a white strand, the white strand's going to look nicer underneath of it because you can kind of see through them. You go up and down, and with the smaller ones that I had extra. So I had more than this. And so what I had done is I had enough to come down with it loose, attach it at the bottom, and then I came up and attached it at the first one, and then back down. So we'll go ahead and attach here, here, and here, like I said, and then we'll move on to putting on the fabric. Pre-plan how you want your trees to look before you do it. The reason why is, so on my porch, I've got 3 of them. I have the big one here, and then one here, and one here. Well, my plug is back here. Okay, so you've got these plugs. So let's say that I want the big one to plug into the wall, and then I've got the female end that one of my other trees can plug into. So I've got one tree that can just plug into this one just fine. And then I have another tree that's over here, and it needs to plug in, but all the plugs are over on this side. So you kind of need to figure out how you want to position your trees and make sure that the plugs are appropriate for, so you can plug them all in together. And so you just think it through, and then just put the ends of the plugs in the appropriate places to make it easier for you so that you can plug everything in without worrying about having to get an extension cord. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our fabric. And I'm going to put this down here so it's my size. And we're going to get the wire cutters again, cut a longer thing to cut. So this is like this long. And I've got my sheer material. Now all I do with this is I just kind of drop it, and I bring it up here, and on my last one, I just bunched it at the very top, and I wrapped it around. Now this wire is so thin and unintrusive that I didn't have to worry about connecting it on the inside or worrying about people seeing it. It just looked fine. And plus you've got the silver going on anyways. So I just wrapped it around and had it stay. So if you got that material that had the wiring in it, instead of using probably as much hooks, it probably would be a little bit easier to get the body that you want. But since we don't have that kind, it's all the way down to the ground. So what I want to do is I want to kind of bunch it up a little bit here and bunch it up a little bit there. So what I'll do is I'll grab just one of my wires, and I want it to kind of look a little bit bushy right there. So I just grab my wire, I kind of poke it just through the material on this side, and then I make a U out of the wire and poke it through on this side. You want everything tying on the inside. So you just kind of put it together, tie it, and then you can twist it around the pole. Okay, so see how that made a nice little thing? So then you can either work down or you can work across. It doesn't really matter. I like to kind of work across just with this one strand. So I'm going to kind of bunch it right there. You can either inside or outside. I just kind of like to just sew it through. And it bends pretty easily, this kind of material. I mean, this kind of wiring. So then you just kind of twist it up, and then twist it on here. You don't have to worry about anything being really, really tight because it's just holding the material so it's got like a bunched up look. And then we'll get this other one. I'm going to pull this one all the way around because it actually fits all the way at the top. And you want to look at everything and make sure everything looks good. If it doesn't, then just bunch it up a little bit. Okay, so this is one thing that I like too. Right here, I'm noticing, yeah, it's attached, but it may not look as good as you want it. So if you want it to look a little bit more bunched, what you do before you put the in, or you can just put another one in, just put the material like that, and then, so you like fold it on top of each other, and so it's like kind of like sewing. So then you just push the wire through it, and then you just push the wire through this side, and then see how it looks, it stayed more bunched. Okay, then, because this fits all the way around on the front, or on the top, I mean, you can just, and see how the whites can kind of poke through? So just kind of push them back in a little bit so that they're not like poking through. So, just kind of push it through. And then I've got a leg that's running all the way down here. That's what I'm attaching this to. And like I said, if you want it to bunch, you bunch it up a little bit. And you just push it in there and go up underneath and in it. And just twist it. Okay, so we've got the first little ring done. And then you go down to the next ring. And so the first bit of material obviously isn't going to fit all the way around, all the way down. So just pick a side that you kind of want to go down and just go down that side. So the next one, you can see I have a ring right here and then a leg. You can either keep going kind of down that leg if you want to. And so you can bunch it up and it kind of looks kind of fun. And just do it right here. Put it through it like you're sewing again. And then all the way through. And then on the inside, you're just twisting it to keep it attached. Now this isn't anything you have to make sure is so super tight or anything because it's just holding the material in a cool way. It's just to give it the shape that you want it to have. And so that's just kind of what we're doing right here, is just giving it some shape. And then we'll just slowly work our way down the tree, bunching it up just in the different places that you want it to be, and securing it to give it the look that you want. Okay, I'm at the very bottom. I didn't secure this side exactly right here to this. I normally would. No, I wouldn't normally do it. I do it after, because you don't want to secure everything to these sides, because you've got another piece of material you need to kind of throw in here, and then you can put that one and then that one, you know, put both of them and then secure it, and kind of push it through, and you've got the circle right here. So I push it through and around the circle, and I literally kind of just weave it in there. I just kind of do a loop-de-loop, and just keep doing that a few times just to secure it on the bottom, and so that's done. So what I get now is the scissors. Okay, so I just kind of cut just around the bottom. The circle is right here, but I just kind of cut and like leave a little extra. So just however you feel you want to do it, you can improvise however you want with this. Okay, so that's starting to take shape how we wanted it to. and I think it's looking pretty good. I think the striped one looks really good because it kind of shows you how it's flowing. The solids do too, but this one's just kind of extra fun. So I just kind of shove it up and under here. That would normally be closed. And then I attach it in just different little locations. And it's really kind of like you're sewing a little bit here and there. It's just kind of coming out there. You just kind of push it in there, here and there where you want it to be. You want to make sure that this gets in here to this other side. And then you just attach it however you want. A lot of the times I like to pinch, go through the pinch, and then go back through it and attach it to the bars. And then you just go on the inside and just twist it. And see how nice that looks? So then you come, and on this one, so because we have two sides, you still kind of want to pick a side and stick to that side. And like I said, I like to pinch because it gives you that more scrunched look. And then I like to go up and under it and attach it. So with this, you can use as much material as you want or as little, and you can do as much scrunching as you want or as little as you want. It's just whatever you feel you want it to look like. So we're getting to the bottom, and I'm putting these so that they're kind of together. You kind of want them to be scrunched a little so that they have body to them and not just straight down. And you can get them to be inside of each other so that it like kind of just keeps flowing. And then you just attach it at the bottom again by sewing these two together, or just doing the U shape and just pushing them in together, and then attaching them at the bottom around both of these again. So I kind of like to do the crisscross thing where I go down here and down here and then just twist it around it. Okay, so that bottom is done. And surprisingly, we are at the end of this tube, and that's only because I've already made two. So this is the second one. So this is going like really well, actually, when it comes to plenty of material. And keep in mind, if you have a wooden table that you're working on, if you don't have the wiring sticking up when you're finished, it can scratch the bottom of your table, which wouldn't be very fun. Okay, so now I'm just going to attach a little bit more on this side, on the leg in the circle right here, and then on the bottom here. So then we've still got just this little area that will attach, and I've got the other material over there. I cut it, the one that I'm going to use right here is a little thinner. The only reason why it's that way is because I used that little bit for some of the wreath that I made just yesterday. So we'll have that work in nicely. Okay, so I'm not through with the back side yet. But what I wanted to do first, though, is I wanted to turn around, I wanted to look at it and see if there's anything kind of goofy that I don't really like. Like this big pouch right here. I don't really like it. So all you have to do is just take a ribbon, or a wire. Even though there's not a ring or a leg right by it, all you have to do is go from, so like just pinch it again, and then go from the inside, and just kind of act like you're sewing with it. And then you just put both ends of it on the inside, just push it through, and then just twist it. So you can do that in different little places if it doesn't look how you want it to look. So that's the little trick to making it look decent and making it come together. Okay, so back to inserting again. Like I said, this is actually a thinner piece, only because I cut some of it to make a wreath. But what I'm going to do is just shove this up in here, like I did with the last one. And then you've got it. So then you just pick a side as well. So if you were working with thinner material and not as thick as this, you would just keep doing that. You would just keep putting some in wherever it stops at and then going down. So we'll do that, and then we'll use the rest of it, and we'll go in up here, and we'll go down, and we'll just attach it, and we'll pinch, and we'll sew the little places with the wire, and then it'll turn out just beautifully. So we'll go ahead and start attaching. Okay, so this is the last part. I just bunched up some more, threw it in here, and then I'm just attaching it at different points as well. And see how we're getting this flow? This is actually the side I think looks the very best, is the side that you actually end up putting more fabric into, just because it gives you more of that really fun wavy body look. But, so yeah, we're just going to go ahead and attach the rest of this and to the bottom, and then we'll have a beautiful Christmas tree that's done. Okay, so I'm just going to trim just a little bit on the very last part of it, and we're pretty much done. So here's our beautiful tree. It's got the different waves and shapes that we kind of wanted it to have. And then we'll turn it on and see how it sparkles. Beautiful. Later on, you can put a topper on. You can end up sticking different little ornaments and fun little things inside of it. This is just the basics of how to get it started, and then just use your imagination and go with it.